On YouTube. Hey guys, what's going on? YouTube family, Instagram family, what's going on with everybody? How are you today? This is the Rouser, and I am back. We are into another live stream here today where we're going to be doing some more caricature. Yeah, awesome. All right, so our itinerary for today it's going to be four faces, which will be from the NBA. Since the NBA playoffs is going on, I'm going to pick some random NBA players to draw. I'm not going to draw the ones I've already drawn. I've drawn Jamal Murray. I've drawn Joker. I've drawn LeBron. I drew, let me see, who else did I draw? I drew Kyrie Irving already. So many of them. We'll just figure out which ones, just the teams that are in the playoffs, and we'll just go from there. After that, we're going to do a themed caricature. So I'm going to show you how to do a theme, how I work with themes. And then after that, we're going to finish out with a word of the day where we'll share a word from the scripture with you so that we can all leave here encouraged. I hope that sounds like a plan to you. Let me go ahead and wave at everybody at Instagram real quick. Wave, 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 wave. Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to see. Okay. All right. So let me put my glasses on. Also, guys, if you feel like you're benefiting from the stream today, this is my full-time job. So, if you want to tip, man, that'll be awesome. You can tip through the super chat if you are on YouTube, excuse me. If you're on Instagram, all you have to do is go to $Rouser World, which you're already on Rouser World. Just add a $sign in front of it, and then you can tip through our Cash App. That would be super awesome. Thank you so much for being generous today and helping out. An artist is trying to help you, right? All right, so let me see here. Let's get some paper out here. I got some new paper here, and we're going to start with, let's see here. Let's go with our potluck. Let's warm up first. All right, so for the warm up, I guess I'll use, I got plenty of faces here to warm up with. I'm going to discard that face, and let's see, who can we warm up with here? Let me see here. How can we warm up today? I'll tell you what. First, we'll start off with a few stick figures, right? And then we'll go from there. Let me see. I got some stick figures on here somewhere, don't I? I thought I had uploaded some stick figures. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll go here and we'll start with my wine glass technique, right? So I'm going to draw some little wine glasses here. I'm going to start with this big one, right? Put a little bit of wine in there, right? And we'll just do a couple of different ones, right? We'll just go across the line here. We can use these as the template, right? Okay. Hold on one second, guys. Hold on. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay, we're gonna go here to this one. I guess you're wondering why we're doing this. Well, you'll see in a second. This is a really easy. This is how I teach all of my beginners, right? And even seasoned artists. A lot of times you'd be doing something for a while and you think you know everything about it, then you figure out that you don't know anything about it. It's kind of like life, right? Me and my brother were talking about that the other day, just sitting there saying, man, the older I get, the more I realize I don't know anything. I just think I know a lot, but I don't know. I know about this much of everything, right? And everything is a vast place, all right? And I'll just make up one here. I'll make up my own little wine glass shape here. Okay. And I'll tell you what we'll do with these wine glasses, right? Check it out. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna add some I'm gonna add some shapes to the top of them. So with this one I'm gonna add like a little semicircle shape like this. Like a little, you ever seen those when you the little tops to the glasses when you put a glass, I'm gonna put a square on this one. Over here I'm gonna put a triangle. Over here I'll just put another little square. Here I'll put like a was it a hexagon or was it a rhombus? I don't know what that is. That shape right there. And then this one right here, I'll just add a little circle on here, like a little topper like that. Okay. And then check it out. I'm gonna roll over here. Boom, right? Okay. And then I'm gonna add me a little hairdo on here. So I got some hairdos here. Let me see. So I can blow it up a little bit bigger. I'll start with this hairdo here. So let's put this here. Let's see if we can't kind of put this hairdo on this picture. Okay. And as long as it looks something like it. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at there. Can you see that? They're starting to look like people, huh? See, so we got a little hair right there. Let's see what else we can do. That's one. Let's see what we can put over here. Let's go with we got some other hairdos down here. What about let me see. We got to pick one that fits though. Maybe this one. This is an easy one, looks like. Let's try that one on. Nah, that ain't gonna work for that haircut. Let's use this one. All right. So what I'll do here, since this is all one shape, I'll just go ahead and make the bangs of the hair here. All right, and then I'll bring it around. I'll just go ahead and bring it on down here like this. Right. Add me a little chin shape right here. Okay. So forgot to put my chin on that one. All right. So we got this hairdo here, right? We got a little shape right there, right? What else we got here? Trapezoid. Is that what that is, Jason? Thank you. Appreciate it. I gotta sit up a little bit more here. I feel like I'm super low in my chair. I've been making it a priority to sit up more straight in these chairs. If you don't sit up straight in these chairs, you get, let me see here. All right, let me see here. What we got here? So we got this little short cup right here, right? So let me see here. I'm gonna do this right here. I'm gonna go. I don't think that's gonna fit for that haircut. Yeah, I think what hairdo might fit on that? Something that's kind of for a wide face. Maybe something like this here. So I'll go ahead and try to put that hairdo on here. I might run off the page a little bit, but that's okay because we're just warming up here. This is just preliminary drawing, warming up our hand, getting ourselves ready for some NBA characters. Man, what a game that was last night, man. I watched that game last night. I was like, man, Jamal Murray, the buzzer beater, right? All right, let me see here. What about this little skinny one right here? Maybe we can find some more hairdos. I saw some on, we can look these up. All you got to do is go online and look up, let me see, silhouette hair. That's what I do. I look up silhouette hair and I look up images and see how it has all these silhouettes of hairdos. Let's see if we can find some, these over here, we got some more different ones here. Oh, we got some guy hairdos here, so we can use a guy hairdo. All right, let's see here. What about You know we got to go ahead and we got to do this one right here. This is the gentleman's cut right here. You see the gentleman's cut. Maybe I'll just save this here. Let me download it so I can blow it up. Open. Okay. All right, there we go. We got the gentleman cut right there, right? So we'll come over here to this middle one maybe, and then we'll add the little pico right there. Come down the side, right? See if we can't. We have to make it a little bit smaller. This is actually for a person with a wider head, but we can change the shape up a little bit, right? Something like that. Okay, look at that. We got 4 hairdos already, 4 different ones. This is all caricature really is, man. I tell you, sometimes we make it harder than what it really is. Let's go here to this haircut over here. Okay, again, I'm going to change it up just a bit. I think I'm going to change my music playlist up too, because this is it's getting on my nerves. Hold up, let me go back here and go to let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. I don't really even need these. I don't even know why I got these on, these headphones. I got my music playing out here. I just feel like doing it like that today. You know what I mean? Okay, so we got that haircut right there. So all this will be kind of colored in, right? Okay, and then for this last one here, let's see if we can find something for a thin. Let me see. Oh, look, right here. Check it out. We got some more haircuts right here. So see if you got this one. We'll go ahead and make it smaller, right? Right. Do like this here. Right. And then we'll add a little, right? Something like that. All right. And then she got a long head, a long neck, right? Right. And then all you got to do is really just add ears to your shape, right? You know, you add your ears, whatever kind of ears your person has. Maybe they got earrings. We can add some earrings here. A little bit of the ear on this one, right? And that is always going to kind of connect across from here like this. So these are all your. This is how you roll with it, guys. Okay, and that's like a real easy beginner trick for you to practice at home. Remember to practice that as much as possible, and then you'll get that right. Again, guys, my name is Harry. Welcome to the stream. I'm going to be your caricature tour guide for today. If you feel like you're benefiting from the stream today, hey man, thank you for tipping. I really would appreciate it. This is what I do to support the fam and to keep this channel running for you. I've been doing this for a couple of years. I don't know how many of my regulars are here today, because sometimes they don't, you might be at work right now. Oh, by the way, guys, this is the new stream time for the week, so we won't be doing Wednesday streams anymore. We'll be doing Tuesday morning streams, okay? Because, just because, right? All right, so one a little bit more warming up. I just feel like I'm not ready to go yet, so I might try some quick stick figure situations here, right? Just draw some quick little body shapes, right? All right, see if I can. Let me see here. Oh, some quick hands. All right, you can make your bodies do all kinds of stuff. I got some stick figures over here actually. Let me see what I can find. Here we go. Got a couple of different ones, and then we'll get into our first of 4 caricatures here in just a minute. Let me see here. I think I'm gonna start with let me see. Let's see if we can do that one right there. And last week we went over stick figures, guys. So if you were not here for that, you definitely missed out on a real cool little little lesson there. Okay, I gotta do like that right there. Okay, that's where you put your head at, right? So you can just put your wine glass right there, right? You know. Let me see, what's this right here? This is the no headdo, right? And you can see here this trapezoid figure, man. Up top. Oh man, I started way over here. I ain't gonna be able to put his hand in there. Oh, that's okay. All right. Again, you can put your little hairdo on there, right? Right. Yeah. Y'all forgive me, man. My son is gonna be. He's right outside. I think he wants to be on the live stream today. Okay. Let me see here. What about this guy? I don't know. This is another guy right here. Okay, and this is like he used a different shape here. He used more like a cutoff shape. Yeah, last week we talked about the fish head shape that we use for the that we can use for the that we can use for our chest shape, right? Okay. Oh, hey, what's going on? What's going on? By the way, guys, let me let my little man say good morning to you. You know, you guys have been rolling with me. I gotta give y'all an update every now and then on my little fella. Come on, little fella. He is a little fella. He's little. Look how little he is. Now this one right here, he's about, how old are you?
5 months.
You 5 months? You 5 months? Huh? I know y'all want to see on the Instagram too, right? Here, let me see. I got my little camera right here. Look. All right. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, we'll just, you can sit here for a minute, I guess. And then I just need to, yeah. So, okay. All right, let me see here. What else we got here? We got another one here. Now, we're about to get into our NBA players, guys. So, we're going to shake hands like this one over here, and then we shall begin, right? All right, so these are the hands right here. And this is a guy obviously shaking hands like that, right? So you can do all kind of little quick themes, right? Half body themes, full body themes, right? Whatever, you can do it. All you gotta do is learn how to draw these little stick figures. I've been putting a lot of time and energy. Hey, Cherish, how are you today? My top tier Patreon is in the house. Thank you, Cherish. I just put up some new videos on Patreon again for you guys that are rolling with me on Patreon. You have access to those videos now. Okay, so you guys can you can check that out. If you haven't checked out our Patreon page, don't forget, guys, to check it out. That's an awesome way to be able to support or help us. We have 3 different tiers. I think the least expensive tier is only $5. It's only $5 a month or something like that, and you get access to exclusive content that I prepare just for them. We also do like a meet and greet, and we're going to be doing some other things here. We basically, because we had the baby, we had to kind of scale back the scope of everything that we were doing. But now things are starting to normalize as this guy's getting bigger, so he's getting a lot more independent. So I'm able to do different things. He doesn't care. You don't care about my stream times, do you? No, he doesn't care. See there, he didn't have anything to say about that. All right. So here we go, guys. We are ready. We are ready. Let's go ahead and get into our NBA players, okay? So we're going to draw 4 NBA players. I'm going to take you through the process that I'm using through each one of these. So if you want to draw along, you can. Also, I do encourage you to share your artwork with us if you've been drawing with us and your picture and you want to show your picture, you want to showcase it or something like that. I do showcase a couple of pictures for those that want to practice along with us. Okay, so let's go ahead and put this away here. We're gonna go over here and we're gonna get some NBA players in the house. Okay. All right, so let's see who we're gonna go. We got Joe. Let's go with somebody from. What if we tried? I'll tell you who we'll go with. We'll go with. What's that guy? What's that? I already drew him already, but let me see. Look at that guy right there. Y'all know who that guy is. That's Anthony Edwards right there. All right, so we'll try to draw his picture real quick. What do y'all say? All right, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to first off start with a, let me see what shape I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with this shape here for him. So I'm going to sketch out my shape real quick. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to let my wife come get the baby real quick so I can put my full attention into this. So give me a sec, guys, to take the little fella over to his respective place. Okay, this is the shape I'm going to start with. I'm not going to do I would have done the wine glass shape thing, and I still could do it, but I just want to show you another way to do it. This is the way I practice this one, okay? And then I'm going to come over here. This is going to be my ear shapes basically here at the outside of this shape here. I'm going to add a chin shape somewhere around here, and then I'm going to add the top of my head shape here, and then the neck shape this will be kind of more at an angle, and then I'll come down here with my actual neck shape. Okay, so it's gonna be something like that. Okay, and then let me see here. I'm gonna kind of draw 2 shapes out, 2 little sticks out here, and a straight line out here, so I'll know what I'm doing here. So I'm gonna do something. Oh boy. Okay, let me go let you get with your mama. Hold on a sec, guys. I'll be right back. Give me a second. All right, yeah, she's coming. She's coming. You ready? You ready to go with your mama? You ready to go with your mama? Yeah. Fine, man. Be gone. See you later. Later. He's too big. He's taking over the house. All right, let me see here. So this is the shape we'll start off. I'm going to do something like this. I'm going to come across the top and make that same shape like this. Okay, so y'all can draw along with me, right? Okay, there we go. And we're gonna come back with a marker and stuff after this. So, all right, so we're gonna go out here. Okay. Now, you see these what I do is I make points in the hair. So if you look at these points, you make sure you pay attention to the relationships kind of to these points here, right, that you made on your figure, okay? Then once you go here, we shall come down here and keep our line parallel to our initial line. So remember, our initial lines are like this, right? You can see this line here, right? You can see this line here. You can see that line there. You can see this line here, okay? So I'm using all these angles in my mind to be able to draw my pictures, okay, guys? So let me see here. Let's go ahead and go from here, we will go ahead and we will begin to kind of pencil our drawing in, okay? Not pencil in, but use our marker to draw the features in, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and get my Crayola marker out, all right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the head shape first, okay? And then we're going to go through the rest of it, all right? So let's go ahead And watch how I take my picture and I'll say, okay, this is what I want to do. 1, 2, 3, right? 4, 5. Now I'm going to go over here to my ear shape. One, and then we'll go over here. Okay, and then over here, I'll go inside of my shape, right? Okay, I'm gonna come down like this. Then I'm gonna come out like this. Okay, I'm not gonna go all the way to the head shape. I'm just gonna stay about right there. Okay, then here I'm gonna go to the top of my shape. And I'm not studying the reference too long. I'm going with shapes that feel like the shape that I already have on my paper. Okay, so now once we have that, right, we can go ahead and we can start putting our inner features. Okay, all right, so inner features. Let's see how that's going to work out for us. All right, so what I'll do is I look at my brow. I'm gonna look at my brow shape and figure out what's it doing overall. I think I'm gonna do something like this, and then I'm gonna do something like this. Okay, just something like that, because he doesn't have like a whole lot of eyebrow. He doesn't have a lot of expression in this picture. Okay, so I'm just gonna do something like that right there. Okay, then I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna draw my nose shape, right? So I'm gonna do something like this, right? He has a kind of very flat nose, and I'm gonna give him a little bit more roundness and flatness on the nose, because that's something I feel like really makes him look like him. Okay. And I'll draw a bridge on the nose, and now we got to get that smile. Now he has one of those real capturing smiles, one of those real cheesy smiles, right? So with the smile, what I'm gonna do here, okay, is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to keep that smile not too big where I want it to kind of taper in, okay? Well, my features are kind of taper in a little bit, so I'm going to do something like this here. And I want it to follow the lines of my face here. See these two lines that I made right here? I want those lines to follow, okay? And then I'll go here, boom. And I'll come over here, boom. Then I hit that bottom lip, bam. Then we'll hit the top lip. We in there, right? All right, now we'll come off of here and come down to our shape. Bam. He got some dimples. And maybe I might even add a little bit of roundness in here at the cheekbone level. But because I already really incorporated the cheekbones into my shape by using that shape that I used initially, I really don't have to go back and do anything there, because it's already kind of poking out here, showing you that he has those cheekbones like that, okay? All right, now let's see here. We're going to go ahead and do the eyes. Now, with this drawing right here, really important that you don't make the eyes big, right? I see a lot of caricatures, they'll just make big everything all over the whole face, and it makes my hair stand up. On my arms, of course. Yeah, okay. All right, so his eyes are very small, like in stature, but they're also not too close together. So what we want to do is we want to make sure that those eyes start kind of out here, right? So if I had to do a little thing of it, I would say, okay, I want my eyes to fit. See how my features are tapering down like this? You see how they're tapering down this way, like that? Okay, So therefore, that's telling me, okay, I want my eyes to be kind of in that position, right? I want to do something like this, and I don't want nothing that's going to give me too much. I don't want heavy lines here, because he doesn't have a lot of heavy lines around his eyes. Okay, so you'll take away from the caricature by doing that. So this is what I'll do here. I'll go over here, boom, and then I'll throw the eyes in there. Watch, just like that, bam. Then come over here, bam, right? And then we'll just do like this right here, right? Put those eyeballs in there, right? All right, and then we'll just kind of hint it off the side. We're not going to connect the whole line together. Suggestive lines are something that you definitely want to learn when you're doing caricatures. You want to learn how to let the people that are looking at your picture envision what it is that you're trying to do. Okay, now let's go ahead here. We're going to get something that feels like that smile. So we're going to do something like this. See how cheesy that looks off the top? So I want to cut out what I want first before I start drawing teeth in. Big mistake is to start drawing your teeth without cutting out the shape first. So you want to cut the shape out first, and then you want to mold it into what that you want to draw. You know what I mean? Okay. So now we'll come back here, and you see how I can make my teeth kind of just fit into my mold. But your mold needs to give you the overall feeling of the mouth first. You get what I'm saying? And then down here, look, I could just color this part in that I didn't need. See what I'm saying? Easy. All right. So, man, that looks good. Now, he has a little bit of hairs down here on his chin, right? He got a little mustache right here. All right, let me see here. So I'm going to make that real light. Right? And then check it out. This is what we'll do here. Since we already know how to draw, when we draw the body, what you want to do is you want to have your neck extending down into the trap area, right? Because it makes like a diamond shape right here. You see what I'm saying? So then we can tell where our jersey and stuff is going to go like that. And this shape will naturally just come down. And then you have your shoulder shape. All right, let's give them some basketball shoulders, right? Okay, and then we can just cover this part up. No big deal. We don't need it. Let's do like that, right? Okay, so now we got a half body caricature, right? So you know what? I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that's sufficient for our line work. Okay, what I might do now. Okay, hold on. Is I'm going to go ahead and erase all these lines that I got. So you want to keep a nice eraser, a nice big eraser. It don't matter what kind you got, as long as it's not one that's on the end of a pencil. Sometimes those erasers, they wear out so fast. So I like to use these ones right here. Okay. All right. And again, guys, if you feel like you're benefiting from the stream today and you want to tip the rouser, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you. I need to feed the fat boy. You know, no, he's big boned. He's not fat. He's big boned. My son is big boned. Okay, so let's go ahead and take these lines out, man. If you're on Cash App, if you're on Instagram, you can tip through Cash App, which is $ Rouser World. $ Rouser World. Okay. Let's see here. All right, so it looks like we got all of this already. See what we got once we finish. So let's go ahead and dust this off. Wait, let's just do it like this. Okay. All right, so we got all that off. All right. Everybody's line work should be on point. Okay. So I might just do another little line right here. Dude. But other than that, I think I like it. I'm just going to do something like this across the top of the eyes. I'll use a lot of suggestion, like I said, in that regard. Then I'm gonna come back with this marker. This is going to be my gray. So I'm not gonna hold on a second, guys. I don't know why it's repeating the same. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on a sec, guys. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna do this right here. Okay. What's this say here? Repeat all. This is shuffle. So this will have it going all the way through. Okay, I just needed to change that song up for a minute. It was giving me, it was making me, it was depressing me. All right, hold on a second here. Let me see here. Okay, let's go to our eye shape. So we're gonna do something like this here. Okay, and we're gonna draw a little dark shade around here and here, right? And here. And here, and then we're going to go here with it, and then underneath the nose shape, and we'll make it a little bit darker later on in the drawing. We're going to allow it to dry first. Okay, top lip here. Okay. Come down here, do a profile shade. Okay. And you know what? I like this one a lot. This one came out pretty good. It actually might have came out better than the one that I did initially, which I haven't actually uploaded. But then again, I don't know. My opinion always, I don't know. Not always, but sometimes, like sometimes you got to go against what you think, because what we think is kind of like I don't know, it's a thought and a conundrum of thoughts. You know what I mean? It's like, I think everybody would like this, and then, maybe everybody don't like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, let's see here. Let's do some shadows on the hair here. So let me see. Starting to feel a warm up now. Okay, so that's the top of my hair there, and then I'll come down here, and some kind of way I gotta make this, I gotta fade it as it gets to the bottom. So as I get to the bottom, I'm gonna start trying to line it out a little bit and keep my darkness toward the back of the shape, like that. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. I think I was able to kind of get it. Then here, I'll tell you what, I'll add some shadow here. This way it doesn't look like, this way it all kind of goes together. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Yeah. And I don't have to just, and then we'll come over here and we'll do the same thing. And then kind of line it out as we get to the bottom. If it's too hard to do this with your Crayola, you might want to use your crayon or something. It might make it a little easier for you. Okay. All right, so other than that, I think that this picture came out pretty good, right? I can go ahead and just Draw this part in here. Okay. Do some finishing touches on it. But I feel like I'm pretty pleased with how it came out. So I'm not going to do nothing else to it. I think his name is Anthony Edwards, right? So I'm going to go ahead and just drop that in there. Hold up. Yeah. All right. I don't know if he got, I don't know if they call him something like AE or anything like that. I don't know. Because everybody got their Tom, TB12, right? Yeah. All right. So there we go. We got our first NBA player of the day. This is Anthony Edwards. Okay. All right. Now, you know what? Jalen something. He's from the Knicks, I think. Isn't it Jalen, is it Jalen Brunson? That's his name. Images. Let's find an image of him. Okay, let's find something like, let me see. No, let's see. That's a good one. Let me see. Let's look at, you think we should do the forward facing one like this one? Okay, yeah, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna do Jalen Brunson next. Okay, Jalen Brunson plays for the Knicks. He had a 40-point game the other day. Can you say that? 40-point game, right? So that was pretty awesome. We're gonna go ahead and get into it. Okay, and that's just the finished product for you guys that are on Instagram. You can check that out right there. Okay. All right, so let's put this to the side here. We got Anthony Edwards done. To make sure my papers are all situated here so that when I need to come back and use this again, it's already right. Okay, here we go. So with this one, this is the shape I'm gonna use. I'm gonna use a octagon shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you got kind of a wide. He has a wide head to me, something like that. Everything's kind of wide. So this is my frame. This is my basic framework. Okay. Once I have my basic framework, then I can come back and I don't know how big I want to make his neck shape. Maybe about like here. Maybe about like here for him. Something like that. All right, so that's all I really need. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go with it. Okay. Let me see here. I'm gonna start with my upper shape here, just because I want to. Okay, then we'll do something like this. And then we'll do something like this. All right, that's easy as that, right? And then we'll come around here and we'll do like this. We're gonna round it. I'm gonna skip down here to my ear shape. I'm gonna do something like this here. I can't really see that ear shape too much, but he doesn't have big ears. I can tell that. Okay. Then I'm gonna come around here, hit my chin shape. Right. And then I'm gonna come over here, hit that ear shape again. Then I'm gonna come around the bottom part, come on in here like that. And then what I'll do, I'm gonna make my neck just a little bit off of his, I'm gonna make it off of his chin shape. So instead of coming way out here like a regular portrait, I'm gonna go in a little bit. Normally I try to mirror my chin shape. However thick my chin shape is, I'll make the neck about like that too. So it makes it look more like a cartoon. All right, so here I'm gonna come down my head, dude, like this, and then I want to do some quick braids here. Okay. So we're gonna do something like this. We got one that comes all the way down here, and then you got the one back here. I'm gonna have to do some doctoring here because some of the things in the picture you can't readily see. So you're gonna have to, in caricature, you're going to have to ad lib sometime. You can't, because you changing relationships, you changing the way things go. So because his neck is not out here, I can't draw the hair the way it lays in the picture. I got to use my imagination and say, well, what can I do with this, you know, still make it interesting, right? So right here, I might have to bring that in. You know what I'm saying? Something like that. There we go, right? And then over here, I'll just go ahead and darken that in up here and darken this in over here and over here. Okay, so we got some good hair on there right now. Okay. All right, now let me see here. Let's go ahead and do our inner features. So a good way, sometimes when I'm doing my features, I'll how can I put it? I think about the person wearing glasses almost before I draw them. And this way it takes away from me having to think about where to put their features at, but that's a whole other thing for a whole other time. I'm just gonna go with it. So we're gonna start with our brow shape here. His brow shape is pretty straight across right here. So let's do that. Okay. I'm going to turn it up just a little bit. Right? But kind of keep it straight across at the base of it. Okay. Then from here, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put my eye shape here. So I might do something like this. I can use a triangle shape here. Right? Okay. And I just color it in like this. Okay. And then he got like a little bit of a slant upwards in his eye, so I can manipulate the angle of the eye at the end of the shape. I don't have to do that in the beginning. One of the biggest mistakes you can do, sometimes if you're not sure what shape you're drawing or whatever, you don't want to commit to that shape yet, then draw the shape in a way that you can change it or manipulate it even after you've put some strokes down on the paper. That's something that I just recommend you do. Okay, I'm gonna put my bridge of my nose here. Not a big relationship between the nose and the eyes, so I'm gonna kind of do like this, but I'm gonna make it a little bit wider, right? Okay. All right. And then we'll come over here. Bam, right? Okay. Now let's go ahead and get that mouth shape in there. So we're going to do like this here. And, oh, yeah. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to do this here. We're going to figure out where the crest of the lip is. And then we're going to come down. Right? And then we're going to do like this here. Doom, right? Then we're going to come over here. Then we're going to go like this. Doom, right? Then we'll come with our top lip right here. Bam. Come with this bottom lip here. So we're going to do like this here. We're going to come inside of the shape. Keeping our angles on point, right? Okay. And then we'll put our bottom lip. Bam. Like that. Now we'll come back here and we'll put our mustache shape. I swear I'm seeing it. So I'm going to put my mustache. Okay. And then my other side of my mustache here. All right. Then I'm going to come down here on the side of the mouth here. Okay. Then I'm going to come over here, right? I'm going to come down toward the middle of the shape here. Bam. Okay. Okay. X marks the spot. And then I'm going to come down here and just start. One line of my beard shape in there. Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and add a little bit of this shape here. Bam. Okay. Then we'll go ahead and add this brow shape in here. And let's add some teeth in there like this. That. And a little bit of darkness on the side of that shape to make that shape stand out a little bit more. So it looks like a cartoon, right? Okay. And then from there, right, we already know that we can look here that this is extending down into here, so we can see that our actual shoulders will be somewhere around here, right? Okay. Let me just put his jersey on here. All right. He's not a muscular guy. I don't think he's kind of he got some muscles, but not super muscles, right? Something like that. Okay. All right. So look like, man, we got a good draw in there, right? Okay. So let's go ahead and we'll erase our initial octagon shape that we started with. All right. And then we'll go ahead and we'll add some shadows with our gray marker. Okay, so this is drawing number 2 of our NBA series. We have about 4 NBA players that we're going to be doing today. Okay. All right. So my technique is to use my shadows instead of extra lines. So if you want, this way, your cartoon doesn't look as bothered or worried, or you know what I mean, it's too much going on. You don't really, this will alleviate that for you. I even use this to kind of help me to tone down lines. As you see, I went over these lines here, so it helps me to tone down my lines as well by using this marker. And I use color in the same fashion, but because it's a live stream and I want to get through the drawings, I'm not gonna do them in color. But one day I'll do a color stream maybe. But then we have to cut down the amount of pictures that we do too. All right, let me see here. Looks like we're going good here. All right. You know what? I think that everything is copacetic. I think that we don't really have anything really else to do here. Maybe I might just make this out here a little bit darker, just on the edge. Okay. But other than that, I think I like it. I like it. All right. Let's just do this again here. Okay. All right. And then we can put let me see here. What can I do here? Can I put he's number 11, right? Number 11 looks like. We'll put his jersey number here. We'll just put 11 right here. Right, and check it out. This is what we'll do. We'll take this. We got some blue over here, right? And I think I have, oh yeah, for sure I do. Let me give me a little orange here. And then maybe we can do something like, I don't know. Maybe we could just we'll just put New York right here, right? Just keep doing it, like, not too much, you know what I'm saying? We'll balance it. And then this one will just kind of come from behind the head a little bit. Yeah, like that. And then we'll just put something like that right there. I don't know, something needs to be here. He got a Nike sign right there. Maybe we can do orange. And blue. Alright. So I added like a little bit of quick color to it for you, so that y'all could, you know. Alright, so let's go ahead and put, this is Jalen Brunson. So I'll just put his name, let me see. I guess I'll put it here. Jalen. All right. And there you have it, guys. So we got that. And let me see, who else can we do today? We got two more players that we need to do today. So, is there anybody in particular anybody would like to see that's in the playoffs right now? Other than Kyrie, I already did Kyrie. I already did. Let me see. I already did. Well, he's not in the playoffs no more now. So, oh man, hold on a second, guys. Oh, I gotta plug my pad in before it runs out of energy. Hold what you got, guys. Okay. All right. Okay, let me see here. Let's go with who else? Who I've been following them. Let's see who else we got. Maybe we can do James Harden. Yeah, let's see if we can do the beard man. So let's find his picture real quick. Let's go James Harden. And then we also got who else is there? James Harden. Didn't they win the other day? They win the other day. They won because they were the Clippers. The Clippers, right? No, I'm not James Avery. James Harden. Okay, so let's see if we can do the beard man here. That picture's so small, though. All right, hold on. I'm just trying to see which picture I like the best. This one right here it's like he ain't smiling though. He looks like a mug shot. I don't like that one. Let me see. What about this one? Yeah, that one looks good right there. I like that one. All right, let me save that right there. All right, there we go. All right, so we gonna try a James Harden picture real quick. Okay. Who do you think will win the NBA Finals this year? Who do I think? Jeez, I don't know, man. Now I'm gonna put it like this: based off of what I've seen so far, I think it's anybody's. I think any one of the teams that are in there, I think I seen the way New York's playing, I seen the way Minnesota's playing, I seen the way Denver is playing. The Clippers the way they play. Who would be a surprise to me is if somebody like the Pacers won. You know what I mean? I don't know. I think that they did win, but then they're in round one and they had a little bit of problems with a team that didn't have their starters. So I don't know. I mean, yeah, but you know what I'm saying? What do I know, right? Yeah. Oh, also, guys, if you are benefiting from the stream today, man, you want to tip, man, thank you so much. I appreciate it in advance. If you guys are on Instagram, you can tip through $. Rouser World, or if you guys are on YouTube, you can do the same thing. In fact, hold on a second. I forgot to put something up here real quick. You guys give me a minute. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, so I just put it up there for you. And again, that's for you guys on Instagram there. So I appreciate you guys tipping, man, for your art teacher for today. All right. So we on drawing number 3 of our 4 faces. We've already done Anthony Edwards, and now we're going, and we did Jalen Brunson. So now we're going to go to James Harden. Okay. All right, so let me see here. James Harden. What shape am I going to use for his head? Pretty much the same idea. I'm going to do something like this with his head. I'm going to use this shape here. Maybe something like this. Something like this. So this is the shape. I don't think he has a long head. I think his beard's making his head look long. So what I would do is this. I'd do this. Then I'll extend out like this. The same shape though. I'll extend it out and give it 3 sides down here so that it would have the beard shape in there. You see what I'm saying? So watch how that plays out. Here we go. Watch this. Okay. All right, now we'll go with our beard shape, right? Or our eyebrow shape. So his eyebrows are kind of like this and this. He's kind of smiling a little bit. So I'm going to do something like this here. Okay. And I might do my nose shape. Maybe about right here. Okay. And let me see here. Let me do eye shapes here. I don't know, something like this maybe. Something like that. All right, and then we'll do something like this here. Okay, then we'll go ahead and we're gonna use it. We're gonna do this we're gonna do this bottom shape of his top shape of his bottom lip, or bottom shape of the top lip, and then we're gonna do something like this here. And then I'm gonna do something like this here. And you really can't see nothing else on the side of that. You just gotta, all this right here is gonna be like blackened in. So I'm gonna try to do like a little, just blacken this all in here. Something like that. Let's just go with it. Something like that, right? I'm gonna have to make his neck like come over here somewhere because he got all his beard in the way. So again, I'm about to use my imagination. Maybe put his shoulders over here somewhere. Right? I don't know. Something like that. Okay. And then once I finish with that, we'll come back and we'll do our shadows or whatever. Okay. And then we'll do our finishing touches. Okay. That seems like a pretty decent beard, right? And let me just erase my guidelines here, or my initial head shape anyway. Okay, and then we'll go ahead and start adding in our shadows. All of this here. Okay, I'm gonna darken in this top lip here. This lip here, I'm gonna do a little bit of shadow on it so it doesn't stand out so much. All right. There we go. Nice. Okay, this side right here just be kind of darkening, and right around the eyes are all gonna be dark. So that's, that's something I didn't want to do with my marker. Again, I went back and did it with my shadows. So it look a bit, you know what I mean? Okay, and then up here, I just want to darken this area in a little bit. I'm gonna make the braids a little bit more full. because the braids are kind of wrapping around to the back of the head like that. So I'm just going to do it like that. Okay. Okay. Okay, 10:30, 11:30, 11:30, 12:30. Okay. So that's pretty much it. At the end, I'll just add some little hairs here to the outside of the beard. Just to do a little, just do some scribbling on the outside, real light. All right. And then he got some, we'll just put James Harden here. And then maybe we can add maybe some blue and red to him. So we'll just do something like this. Red. I don't know. Something up here maybe. Okay. And then I'll do something like, I don't know, like we did on the other one. Something like this. Something like that, maybe. I don't know. Let's do something. All right. That's their colors right there. And then we'll go ahead, guys, and we'll go to our next drawing. So that one's in the books, all right? So let me just sign my work real quick. Okay. And then we'll go to our next drawing. All right. Now, let me see. So we did 3. We got one more drawing left. Okay, and then we're going to go ahead, guys, and start closing it out because we're going to go into our word of the day. Okay, so we did Anthony Edwards. We did Jalen Brunson. We did James Harden. And now we're going to do, let me see here. I'm just going to go with, I think we'll go with maybe Paul George, maybe. Paul George. Okay. And so for this one, I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. Let me see. Maybe we can get something at a little bit of a 3/4 for him. Well, that's him at OKC, but I like that angle. Let me see. Yeah, I guess we'll use this one here. Okay. So that's the face we're going to use, right? And I'm just going to go ahead and go with it. I'm not going to even draw what's the name for this. I'm just going to go with it so we can go through it. Okay. So here we go. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and shadow it in a little bit. Okay. So that's my quick Paul George there, right? Okay. That one came out pretty funny. All right, so we did Paul George right there, all right? And again, I guess we can add some color or something to it real quick. Okay, just a little something. All right. All right, so pretty much, guys, we are done. We did our four pictures. We did a little bit of bodies earlier in the stream. We did some we warmed up actually with the stick figures, so I don't see a need to go back in and to revisit that. Again, we did 4 pictures. So we started with Anthony Edwards, and then we went to Jalen Brunson, then we went to James Harden, and then we went to Paul George. And now we have completed everything that we came to do today. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to go into our word of the day, guys. Okay? So give me just a moment and then we will get started. All right, guys. So we are back with the word of the day. I want to thank you guys for coming out to the stream and supporting, especially those that have been with me for a while. I can't, me and my wife can't express, kind of how much we appreciate you guys for supporting us on this journey. I never real thought that I would be a, I never thought that I would be doing anything that I'm doing now. When it just kind of, it's drawing for a living is, I did it when I was a kid. I did draw, but I don't know like how I wound up on the road that I'm on. I just know that here I am, and it's been uh, needless to say, a really enlightening experience. Who would have ever thought that something that I never thought about on the level that I think about it now as a kid, like drawing, I never thought that it would be teaching me about life. You know what I mean? I guess what I'm trying to say is, whatever it is that you do, when you truly seek to become better at it, it will teach you all about other areas of life that you've never, quote unquote, walked through that experience. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, an addiction, or you might not have been addicted to one thing, but you've been addicted to something. You know what I mean? Just different, aspects again of life that this art thing is taking me through. And so, me and my wife, many years ago, we decided to create Rouser World. And at first, we didn't know what our identity was. We just knew that we wanted to teach people how to draw. And then that wanting to teach people how to draw started teaching me, things about drawing and showing me how God was connected to, everything. How truth is connected to everything. A lot of times, you will use the word, we use the word God, and that is the proper name to use. But another way to think about it is the word of truth. And there's a objective truth to everything. And when you apply that objective truth, it not only applies in that situation, it applies all over the place, So what we're doing now is, because we've already drawn our pictures for the day and we've gotten that part out the way, and you've seen some of the process that I use to do my caricatures and my artwork, and maybe some of you guys have even watched some of my videos before. Now, at the end of every stream, I like to share the word of God, because I know that there are people like out there that are, hurting, and people that are discouraged about different things in life, and, where you've been at in your past and all that. And I just want you to know that, that I'm a person that can relate to you. You know what I mean? Like that. I've been places that I shouldn't have been. I've done things that I shouldn't have done. I've said things I shouldn't have said, and I think it's a common thing that we all have as human beings to make mistakes, and then want to be forgiven for that mistake, or looking for mercy, and so that we can get on with our life. That we don't want to be held hostage by something that we did so long ago that we don't even think about that in that way anymore. But sometimes the world is kind of, people can be unforgiving sometimes, and they'll want to hold that against you. And the encouragement today that I want to share with you in that regard is from the book of Philippians. It is my devotional. I'm no pastor or anything like that. I'm just a brother that wants to share the word of God with you. Okay? All right. So if you have your Bibles handy, we're going to go ahead and do this devotional together. It's out of the book of Philippians. We're going to go to chapter 3, and then we're going to go verse 13 through 14. And it says here, one thing I do, forgetting what is behind and straining forward what is ahead. I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Jesus Christ. In church Sunday, my pastor gave a very enlightening message, and he said to us, actually, this was actually right before praise and worship, he said this. He said that he asked the question, what makes us strive for excellence in whatever that we do? What makes us strive toward being better at anything? What is our goal? What is our motivation? And there were a lot of different answers among the group, but the one that really stood out and that he made note of is that you have to believe there's a big reason for you doing it. There has to be a reason for you to do what you're doing, and that reason has to be bigger than you are. Okay? There has to be a reason. That means there's a payoff, and then there's something bigger than you in that situation. So this guy that wrote this scripture, his name was Paul. And if you are not familiar with the Bible at all, I just want to give you who Paul was and just break it down in everyday terms. Paul was a guy that did a lot of bad things. He killed people, he lied on people, he did all the bad stuff. And then God turned around and used him to write 2/3 of the New Testament. Okay? So he struggled with a lot of the things that I can relate to him, certainly as I read about his life, that I struggled with, right? I struggled with, you know what? There were things that I did in the past. I want to go one way, but my body's pulling me another way. Like I don't want to do it, even though that's the right way to go. I just don't want to. I'm inside, and sometimes you got to drag me along, kicking and screaming to do something that I'm supposed to be doing anyway. All of these things I can relate to with him, and these are things that he talks about in this story. And if you haven't read the book of Philippians, you really ought to read it. It's a really enlightening book. But anyway, he says this is a mentality. The mentality must be that, look, that I was created for a purpose, and that purpose there's going to be a reward for me walking in that purpose, right? No different than you studying for to be the valedictorian at high school, or no difference than you studying on how to open your own business. You're saying at the end of the road, I'm going to be able to care for myself. I'm going to be able to care for my family. There's a reward at the end of this for me. So if we do this based off of worldly things, we need to do this, or this is encouraging us to do this in our spiritual life. Our spiritual life is the person that develops who we are inside. Because if we don't have a reason to push forward, right? Also, what was said on Sunday, and I've also mentioned this in some streams, is that once we don't feel like there's a payoff for anything, then it's easy to give up. If there's no reason for you to do what you're doing, then you'll give up. You'll give up on if I can speak for my life. I would give up on my marriage, for instance, if there wasn't a reason. I could give up on my kids if there was no reason for me to do this, right? I could give up on this channel if there was no reason for me to do this. Why are you, people ask me all the time, why do you share the word of God that might make you unpopular amongst the people? That many channels on YouTube that you can go to and you can be entertained, you can be fed a bunch of other stuff, right? That doesn't do anything to make you better, but you can be fed that stuff, and I can get more views, I can get more money, I can get all this other stuff. But then, because of my mentality that I have a purpose, that God created me for this purpose, and that I'm going to be rewarded in that purpose, right? because the Bible tells me that when I do for one of his, I'm doing for him directly, and then I will be rewarded for that. So I believe that there is heaven and there is hell, and that I will be judged for the things that I do with the time that I've been blessed with. So this pushes me forward. So it says here, I press on toward the goal to win the prize for which God has called me heavenward in Jesus Christ. Okay. So let's read the devotional, and then we'll just kind of talk about what that means as we goes down, as we proceed down our reading here. It says Paul tackled the challenges that lay ahead of him with the right attitude. He was not concerned with the things that had gone wrong in the past, but reached forward to the new things that lay ahead of him. He made every effort to be the first to cross the finish line so that the heavenly prize to which God had called him could be his. Okay? Again, I do this. I live my life in a way where I feel and I know in my heart that there's a payoff for everything that I'm doing. All these good works, all of these fighting addictions, all these holding my mouth shut when I want to say something, all of these things, it's so many times that I just want to explode on everybody around me, right? I just want to say what I want, do what I want, and then I come back and I say, out of respect for God, I'm not going to do that. You know what I'm saying? So many times I want to go back and be the old person that I used to be. So many times I want to go back and start being a drunk again. And so many times I want to go back and try drugs again. And sometimes I struggle with all this stuff inside of myself. But then I say, God has something for me. I can't, and today I'm going to do what God, and then you know what? My thing is, I'll always say to myself, I'll just do that tomorrow. And then when tomorrow comes, I'll say, I'll do that tomorrow. And I just keep putting it off. And that turns into months and years and days of me walking in righteousness. But I know that there's a payoff for everything that I'm doing in this life. And so I don't regret being a good dad, or being faithful to my wife, or being faithful to my family, or you know what I mean? Coming home at night, I don't regret any of these things. I don't regret holding the door open for somebody. I don't regret encouraging somebody. I don't regret turning down money in situations where that money comes from somewhere it shouldn't be coming from. I don't need money that bad where I'm going to take it because it's just there. Just because I got to sacrifice myself. I'm not going to sacrifice who I am and what I'm supposed to be doing in my purpose, because none of these things of the world mean anything to me. I don't care about none of that stuff. It makes no difference whether I have it or I don't. I know that who's providing for me, who's caring for me, who's making everything possible for me. And he'll never let me lack. So that's my mentality toward life. And that's what brought me out of those dark places that I was in. My trust and faith in God is what brought me out of the darkness that I was in. It says in the next section here that many people start. Hold on one second, my son's coming in. Son, Daddy's working right now. You want to come in here? Mm-hmm. But you're got to be quiet because we're on the stream, okay? Okay. All right, well, you want to sit up here? Mm-hmm. You want to sit up here?
I got go swing slide.
All right, we'll go to the park later. We'll finish the word of the day, okay? All right, you got to be good, okay?
Okay.
All right, now if you want to go back outside, I'll let you go outside, but you got to sit down, okay?
Okay.
All right. All right, so it says, many people start the new year while they are still staggering under the heavy baggage of the year that has passed. And it is so unnecessary. A writer, Harvey Crushing says that even the strongest man will give way when the burden of yesterday. No. Hold on one second, guys. All right, son, you gotta go back, go play with your toys, and then I'll come out there. Go outside and play with mommy. Hold on one second, guys. Here, go outside and close the door. Go outside. All right, sorry about that, guys. My old son there. All right, so many people again start the new year while they are staggering under the heavy baggage of the year that has passed. And it is so unnecessary. Harvey Crushing said that even the strongest man will give way when the burden of yesterday is carried together with that of tomorrow. Okay, so if you're always thinking about what happened before, you'll never be able to get what you're supposed to get today. Maybe that might be applicable in a way that one example may be, maybe you were in a relationship that ended this way yesterday or last year. There's a new relationship waiting for you that is for you and that wants to take you ahead in God's purpose for you. And he's made it clear and obvious and put that before you, but you can't see that this is of God because you're so concerned about how you got hurt in the last relationship. That's what this is talking about. What you did 3 years ago, 10 years ago, when you were a kid, or maybe you even hold against somebody else what they did that many years ago. And you can't be happy tomorrow. You can't be happy today because in your heart, you hold anger toward maybe a parent that did something to you years ago, or maybe a friend that did something to you years ago. But God is saying that he has happiness, he has joy, and he has peace, and he wants to give those gifts to you today, but you won't let go of yesterday. So we must be mindful not to carry the burdens of yesterday and try to combine them with our tomorrow, because our tomorrow will be cloudy and unclear because we're putting in more details to it than it needs to be put in. Now it says perhaps you too or have mistakes and faults that you have made in the year that has passed. It encourages here to begin this year without the burden of the things that are behind you, and gird yourself up to reach the finishing line. Usually there is only one winner, but the children of God can all, be winners. There is a heavenly prize that awaits each one of us. So don't just talk about God. Don't just call God when you're in a tragic situation, but believe that he is all the time. It's a mentality that you have to have. Anytime you get into a rut, anytime you get into a mental down, you're going through something. Stop and pray and envision that heaven is real. Not because, don't be so quick to listen, because everybody has an opinion. And you know what, at the end of the day, what can those things do for you when somebody comes to you and tells you there's no hope, that your life is you're just here and you're gone? You know, we talked about that at church too. There's like different things that people believe for their final destination in life. And a lot of people just hope that they just die and they never exist again. Right? They hope that's the image that they hold on to in their mind, that there's no judgment for anything. But the Bible clearly tells us that there is a judgment. that we will be, and nobody gets away with anything, and that we will have to answer for the things that we do in this life. And that God did create this heaven for us, for those that want to follow him and follow Christ. And he created hell for those that want to follow Satan. And we also talked about in church that it doesn't have to be that you are a Satan worshiper or anything like that. It just means that you have to follow. All you have to do is follow his lead, follow the leader. My pastor it was really deep. He was saying how hell was not designed for humanity. It was designed for Satan and his demons and those that follow him. So those that do the things that he would do, say the things that he would say, right, will go to where him and his demons go to. And those that want to go to heaven will follow Christ, will accept Christ, and follow what he says to do, which are the things in the Word of God. To love others as you love yourself, to walk in purpose. It says right now, stop stressing. It's encouraging us, our devotions encourage us right now to stop stressing about all the things that went wrong in the year that has passed. And forget about your mistakes, and not just your mistakes, but forget about the mistakes of other people too. Because, again, forgiveness is not for you, for the person that you're forgiving. Forgiveness is for you as well. It's not just for that person, it's for you. Why should you live in torment for the rest of your life for something that somebody else did? There's nothing you can do to change it. Do you mean you want to live like this for the rest of your life? This is why it tells us that we are, in the Bible, it talks about how many times should we forgive. And I believe he says 7 times 777. If I'm not correct, I'm paraphrasing. But he's trying to give an analogy that we should forgive as much as we possibly can. We shouldn't carry things on until tomorrow. It says, or better yet, learn from them and do not make the same mistakes again. That's really all the past is for. The past is for us to learn from and then not to make the same mistakes. A lot of the times, the things that happen to us, just real quick, and that's our word of the day, is based off of human error, right? We made a choice, and we didn't think that our choice was going to wind up the way it had. Maybe I always talk about relationships, but maybe when you were getting in that relationship before, there were things that you overlooked. They were right in front of your face, but you was driven so much by what you wanted and desires and all that stuff at that time, and you just didn't know the truth, and you allowed those things to slide, and then maybe you wound up in that situation that way. But you can't, again, don't hold yourself hostage because of that. And then the main thing, again, is to forgive and to let those things go, so that you can experience the happiness and joy that God has for you today. So, guys, that's our word of the day. Pressing forward. Don't hold yourself hostage based off of your past mistakes. All right? Don't say you can't be a better artist because you messed up on your last drawing. All right? Matter of fact, some of the drawings that I've messed up on, I've had people tell me that's the best work I've ever done. So, wow, imagine that. So anyway, guys, I want to thank you for coming out today to the stream. I certainly appreciated you coming out and attending. I will be doing another stream again on Saturday morning. So if you want to attend on Saturday, you can. In between here and there, I'll post up videos. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Most our videos are all just drawing videos, how to draw caricature videos, how to draw, different things or whatever. So you can partake of those until I'm able to come back again. Also, guys, if you want to help support us, you can go to our Patreon page. We do have a member Patreon page where if you want to be a member of our channel, and you can, and that's just a way to support. We have 3 different tiers. I believe the least expensive one is like $5, and then we have some exclusive content that I created that's just for those that have decided to help to support. our ministry in that way, so you can do so. I already put the information up here, but I'll just go ahead and share that with you guys again before I leave here. Also, guys, again, tips are appreciated. If you feel like you benefited from the stream today and you'd like to donate to us, thank you so much. We appreciate that in advance as well. You can do that, again, through the Super Chat or through the Cash App. All that information is here on the screen if you want to do it in that way. So, guys, again, thank you so much. You guys be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next live stream. Oh, Cherish, if you're still here, please let me know when you are able to do the meet and greet for Patreon so that we can get that started for you. All right, so you guys be blessed, and I'll see you guys next time.